So we are live now.
Sure.
So good morning, everyone. A warm welcome to everyone joining us. I'm Ananya Praharaj, training coordinator for this tenure, and I'll be your host for this alumni session. Today with us, we have Tushar Gupta, an alumni of NIT Rourkela from the Chemical Engineering Department. He is currently working as a graduate engineer trainee at Reliance Industries Limited. Previously, he interned as a summer intern at Saint-Gobain. We are very excited to have you here, so that we can get to know your insights and your experience about your entire journey. Can you please tell us a little about yourself and give a brief introduction?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you, Ananya, for addressing me. And hello, everyone. Uh, I guess uh, I guess some of you might know me. So still, I just introduce myself. My name is Tushar Gupta, a recent graduate of NIT Rourkela with a bachelor's in chemical engineering. I just recently completed. You can just in 2025. And throughout my journey of 4 years, in my second year, first year was just an online, and second year I just interned at Indian Academy of Sciences. That is a special program through which you get an internship. And in my third year, I interned at Saint-Gobain, basically. That is a glass manufacturing industry, leading glass manufacturing industry. And during my final year, I took a placement as a graduate engineer trainee at Reliance Industries Limited in the new energy sector that is a bit of growing nowadays. You can like solar industries. So that's all from my side. I don't have much to say about my introduction because I'm just a recent graduate. That's why.
Okay, so let's start with the questions. So, which core subjects or engineering fundamentals did you find most important while preparing for roles in the core sector?
I just start with a brief, you can say a bit with the past. Mm, with my JE times, actually, when I just giving my JE, I was never enthusiastic about chemical engineering. I was always scared about chemical engineering, like it's all about chemistry, and I really hated chemistry at that time. So when I move on to NIT Rourkela with a chemical engineering batch, during my first year also, I just found it a bit boring. And when I entered in second year, there were a lot of subjects that made me interest. The first one was fluid dynamics that I call FT. Like from there, my myth of uh, the saying the relating chemistry with the chemical engineering got vanished. You can say that. So from there, I just started to like a lot of subjects in of core subjects, which made me to realize that yeah, this is the core stream where I can secure my future or career. You can say that. So the subjects you can say that in my second year of third semester was fluid dynamics, chemical process control, thermodynamics, and when I came to my fourth semester, there was mass transfer operations, and my fifth semesters were like mass transfer operations to process dynamics control, process instrumentation, and transport phenomena. And I mean, upcoming final years, there was like computational fluid dynamics and plant design economics, you can say. So there were various subjects, but the main which made me interest to love chemical engineering was fluid dynamics. That was taught by our professor, I guess, Haramohan Jaina sir. And during those times, I used to love those subjects, and I got interest in those subjects. Like I usually make my own notes, going to my hostel room and learning those concepts. And after that, you can say that when you come to chemical industries, right? Uh, you are just a basic. You are just a well-being who doesn't know much about these industries. Like what if you think about that? Like I have gone through a lot of subjects. I will be a pro to the chemical industries. It will be not going to like that. These are the subjects which I named, like fluid dynamics and mass transfer operations, are just a basic point, which you will understand the basics of a chemical industries and how does a plant work or how does a refinery work. Fine, but yeah. those subjects can make you realize that whether you will work in a refineries or in a chemical plant for a long term or not. Because and that made me realize during my times of graduation, because yes, I'll be happy to learn this subject and I'll be happy to use these applications. During your graduation, you just learn the theoretical part of the subjects, but yeah, if you when you move to the plant, when you see the reactors due to distillation columns, cooling towers, you'll be very happy and you will just see yeah, whatever I have learned subjects in my graduation are really applicable here. So that's all from my side for this question. I guess that's enough. If you have any doubt, you can just ask me later. Yeah.
Okay, so beyond academics, how did you work on developing industry relevant skills such as process understanding, software tools, or exposure to plant operations?
Okay. Just being honest to this question, I would I would say that if you if you're doing a graduation, right, it's not much that important that you learn every software or everything that is related to chemical plant or chemical industries. Okay, because when you just came here now, your expectations will be vanished. Like you see, uh, I have learned those software where it will be applicable, where it would be applicable, but it's just a basic part. But if you are enthusiastic and if you want to learn, you can go through YouTube's and you can see whatever things a chemical plant requires and a chemical plant includes. For example, uh, during a graduation course, there is a subject norm named chemical process technology that contains various of diagrams that is known as process flow diagrams in short form of PFD. So whenever we basic go through this diagram, these are the basics part of chemical plant. But whenever you come in a industries, right, you will find a lot of things like advanced level of PFD that is known as PNID, like piping and instrumentation diagram that includes everything, every single part of a plant. Like which plant, which line is going to which reactor, which line is going to which this distilled column, what valve we have used, what etc. etc. is there. So, and if you come to the software, during my graduation, those basic softwares like was Aspen, ANSYS, MATLAB, that was a basic part that give me a brief introduction that how are we going to use this software during the design of our columns. And when you graduate as an chemical engineering through our college, there are several roles the companies which provides to you. Okay, for example, if you come to a refinery, you may find your role as a process engineer. In which you are understanding the process, you're handling the process. There is a role as shift field engineer, in which you are allowed it to go to the field and understanding the shift work. How does a reactor and a columns or different equipments of a chemical industries work throughout the day? Okay. And if you're having a desk job, like for example, if I come to Reliance, there are two kind of jobs we are having here. For example, one is a shift job in which we have to go to the site and work and see. And the second one is a desk job that we call as a corporate job that happens at RCP, Reliance Corporate Park, in which you are allowed to learn different kind of software like ANSYS and all. And from there obviously that you can say the company and the team members of your team will obviously help you and make you understand about the software. So just a brief, I would say ki uh, if you are enthusiastic to come in a core sector of a chemical or whatever it is, just don't force yourself. Just give it a try. Initially you should give it a try to the different softwares and understand it. But yeah, if you're enthusiastic, I would just learn to do this chemical plant and I'll just secure my career in this. There are several things you can learn during your journey of graduation. So I would say just take a brief of every software, whatever it is. Like according to me, during my time there was only Aspen and ANSYS, of which our professors give us the brief introduction and applications. But now, according to my knowledge, the college has implemented, I guess, a new education policy that is called as NEP. So there can be a different software also which they have thought to make you learn. Just go through it, learn it, and if you enjoy it, it would be beneficial and helpful for you. So that's all.
Uh, So, how did you go about structuring your resume to clearly reflect your fit, to reflect that you're fit for core engineering and manufacturing roles?
Okay. So I would honestly say during my second year, when I was in a second year, just completed second year, right? I don't have any resume also. I don't know how to make a resume using the platform given by the training committee previously we have. During people the students also get panicked at that time ki and like EV also did the same कि भैया या दीदी हमारे पास कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स नहीं है कुछ लैब एक्सपेरिमेंट्स या कुछ भी नहीं है जो हमें रेज्यूमे में लिख सके हैं एंड ऑनेस्टली at that time you won't have any resumes or you won't have any things much things to put in a resume. You just wait for your you can say your term to get. So what I did was like I just focused on getting projects or you can say internship during my last year. Like during the end of my last year, I thought that I just want a resume that could be well prepared before my placements. So whatever during this situation, during this period, that is first year, second year, third year, I will just give my best try to the different things that is internship projects or extracurricular and will develop my skills according to my core chemical. And one more important thing I would say about this thing was from the initial point of my second year, I was fully focused on the core industries. I never tried the analytics things and I never tried the software things also. And for this, I was a bit of scared during my placements also because we have to get to know at that time getting a placement in a core industry is a bit difficult. Like when you go for the analytics field or FMCG field or for a software field, you will at least get an opportunity off campus. You can apply for the off campus. But when it comes to core industries, right, it is a bit much difficult than those sectors. You're not allowed it to apply for the different jobs. For example, like any company, whatever the core companies we are having, just Tata Steel, Saint-Gobain, or Reliance, they just rarely disclose their vacancies throughout the year. Okay, so from the second year, I was just a bit of you can say cleared about my goals. कि यार जाना तो केमिकल में ही है या फिर either I will choose different options, जैसे कि gate, I will go for the gate or etc. exams that will help me in my career. So from the starting of the second year, when I get to know कि अभी तो मेरे पास कुछ internships or projects नहीं है, I will just focus on the subjects which are important for the core chemicals, which I just mentioned a few minutes ago, fluid dynamics and thermodynamics and chemical process calculations. And during my graduation years, what I did was just whatever things are coming to my knowledge, जैसे कि जो भी internship projects, whatever coming to my knowledge and that is related to my chemical industries, I just go through it and I have a brief knowledge and a depth knowledge about that. So initially in my second year, I just focused on the subjects which are important, like my core subjects. Apart from that, I just focused on extracurricular activities. During my second year, end of second year, fourth of semester, as I just said, I just got selected in Indian Academy of Sciences. That is a internship program in which our juniors also got selected. What happens like I just randomly applied for it and I got selected and I just worked at ICT Mumbai for 2 months as a research intern trainee. Okay. And after that, I have an internship. And from my fifth semester, I started to build my resume and as I go on, I got an internship in my third year also at Saint-Gobain. And before my placements, I have two internship, one project at my respective student chapter, and some extracurricular activities, some certificates that are very much important during a resume building, and some core subjects which I was strong. So I just want to say that whenever you are going through a resume building, you should focus on which field you're going. Second thing, there are different sections in a resume that shouldn't get blank. Whatever it is, for example, whatever it is certificate or extracurricular activities or your projects or your internships or your relevant courses, etc. etc. Any of the sections shouldn't get blank. At least there should be 2 to 3 points in every section so that during your interview at placements or internship, you will be able to defend yourself. If any of the sections go blank, right, it will just create a bad image on the interviewer. So that's all for this question.
So could you take us through your journey of securing a summer internship at Saint-Gobain and later joining Reliance Industries as a graduate engineer trainee?
Okay, so during my third year, I was just remembering the same going come to our company, like a college, and I just randomly applied. I was going through the JD of the company. I just find out that there is a glass manufacturing companies uh, that have a three specific plants. So one is Chennai, Rajasthan, and Gujarat. And I just randomly applied. कि देखते हैं क्या होता है what will happen, let's see. And I will just get to know from my peers, you can say my peers and my what can you say seniors also. Yeah, like for an internship, you can go through this company and you will able to learn the industry specific skills for those 2 months. Not a much, but yeah, obviously a bit of things, a bit of 10%, 20% also. So this I just applied as you guys regularly applied for your during your placements. I just applied for it, and we were having an interview at what you can say that at I guess NIT Jamshedpur. We have to travel to NIT Jamshedpur for giving an interview, and respective other parts of the placement internship process, that is OT and GD, happened through online to us. Okay, so first of all, the OT happened in which we performed well and we got selected for the group discussion. Second thing, there was a group discussion in which I guess they included uh, I guess 8 to 10 people for the group discussion, and from which I guess 3 to 4 people from our branch got selected, and they have to travel to NIT Jamshedpur for an interview. And during my interview also, I was a bit of scared when I went to Jamshedpur for the interview. I was like, because that was my first interview for the industries, and honestly, I was like being scared ki ab kya hoga, well, how I have to perform in front of interviewer, like, well, whether I will get selected or not. Like everyone have this question whenever they go through an interview ki mera selection hoga ya nahi hoga. But when I went to an interview, the interview was very well. He was very good for asking a question. I just went there and the interview well in a specific manner. So one important thing what I saw during the interview was whatever things you're writing in your resume, a small thing, whatever it is related to your certificate, it is related to your internship projects or extracurricular. You should be well you should be well known about those things whatever you're writing it. जो भी तुमने लिखा है, you should be well known. कि ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि you are just written it and you when you went to interview, whenever I ask a question related to cross question about those things, you are just saying कि sir, I don't have much knowledge about things, I just written in a casual manner. Okay, so that should be the thing. But whatever I saw is during your internships, core internships, and core placements, the interviewer mostly go through your CV completely. You should be well strong for your CV. You should be very specific and clear and understandable about your CV, whatever you're going through. And second thing was like the relevant core subjects you have written in the section of your CV. Whatever course subjects you have written, that should be in a sequence wise, in which the first should be in which you are strong, the second is in which you are a bit of less strong. Okay, that should be the things. The third thing you can see is you should well known about the company, what the company do. Okay, for example, when I went for interview, say Saint Gobain, if I went to the interview, if I don't know about what the company is doing, it will just create a negative image in front of interview. Okay, I just don't know the company also, and I just came for the interview, and for which many of our you can say many of our peers and many of our students who went for interview got rejected because when I take a feedback from them, they said that they asked about the company and they didn't know much well about the company. So what I did, I just did a small bit of research of 10 minutes. What is the history of company, what is the future plans of the company, and what the company specifically do for the India, or you can say for the industries. Okay, and that was a thing. And as I go through the interview, it went very well. And one more important thing I would say, when you're going for an interview, right? In between, I guess in 15 to 20 minutes, you will get to know that you will be get selected or rejected. Because it directly depends on the answers you are providing to the interviewer. Okay, you will get a bit of confidence from of your answers if you start answering from your side, and if the interviewer start to ask the questions from their side, they will make you confused. Okay, so in half of the interview you will get to know. And what happened with me was initially I was a bit of scared, but as I went through 10 to 15 minutes, I was very confident. And during the end of my interview also, the interviewer gave me a good feedback, and I was very happy for that. And through that I got to know ki, yeah, I will almost get selected. Okay, the same thing happened with me during my during my interview at Reliance Industries, that is a graduate engineer training. When I went through interview, there was two interviewers. Okay, so I just started with a brief introduction with myself, and as the interview went well, I was a bit of scared initially, but during the interview, they got very happy, and whatever questions they were asking to me was I was very happy to answer them. But that happened in between of interview. If in the starting of the point, if they ask your questions, you might get reluctant and you might get feared and you would not be able to answer. So so that's the thing. And just a few points to add about this thing was like, if you're appearing for interview, right, the two things should you keep in your mind. If a person asks a questions to you, if you don't know about the answer, just tell him that, sorry sir, I can't recall it right now, but I know, but I can't recall it now. And second thing is being confident your answer, whatever you're answering, right, being confident. Sometimes what happens, right, if I'm asking question to you, I might not know about the answer about itself. So if you're confident about that answering the things, you will be able to get selected in the future or whatever interview you're appearing for. So that was my journey. It was a fruitful, and I was happy about the things happened with me during those times.
What were the most valuable practical learnings from your internship experience that helped you adapt quickly to a full-time role?
Okay, so what happens during when you went for an internship or when you went for a company's specific roles? When I went for a when I went to Gujarat, my specific location was Gujarat in Bharuch, and I went for internship there in Saint-Gobain. Uh, I was there is a like in a Saint-Gobain, basically they're a manufacturer of glass, specific kind of glasses, and we have a furnace there. So from there, I got to know that there are specific things a small equipment can carry. For example, if I'm going through a reactor designing or a distillation column designing, we just assume from our side as a perspective of a chemical engineer that is just a column and we have to design it, we have to learn it. But when you go in a depth, right, you will find a various kind of things, various kind of issues that can go through. So during my internship at Saint Gobain, my project was they obviously when you go for internship, right, in any industry, they will specifically provide you a project in which you have to work for 2 months and you have to find for a solution. So my project was lump formation in a batch house. So what happens? I just give a brief thing about this. Whenever you're producing a raw glass, right, there are several raw materials which are be used to produce a glass. And apart from that, when you produce a glass, the efficiency gets 90 to 95%, and the rest of the 5% get wasted. That we called as a lump that happens in a batch house. So my project was that. So when I was going in depth of finding the reason for that, right, I found that there can be various possible reasons, various possible things that can be applicable to the specific things that is happening in our batch house or in an industry. So I was along with the project was going meeting to several peers of your industries to ask the questions. There should be a curiosity in your mind to ask the question to specific peoples and the specific solutions and whatever question you have the industry has provided to you. So that thing I liked the most during my internship, and that helped me a lot to provide an insight to the interview during the Reliance interview also. So we usually went through a lot of scenarios. Like I just can't explain to you right now because you might not know about that industry. But According to my, I've gone through several questions, several answers, meeting to several peers, and meeting to persons who are groundly attached to their things. See, whenever you go to industries, right, any industry, you think that you have graduated from a good college and you understood everything. You might have a good experience about those things. But one more thing to add in these things, like uh, whenever you really visit to a plant and really visit to the site, you will find that you have a zero knowledge about that thing. And the person who is just less knowledgeable, you can say it can be a contractor, it can be a diploma people, they have much more knowledge if they are attached to that site for a specific years, like you can say for 5 to 10 years. So you are the person who you have to take knowledge from those people कि भाई अगर इसमें ये दिक्कत हुआ कि ये क्या होगा, because those are the peoples who have taken a real lifetime experience कि if this flaw happen in this equipment, what are the actions we are going to take. At that point we just have a theoretical knowledge, but those people have an industry level knowledge, like that is very different. Okay, and you obviously after specific years of time you will also gain that. Okay, so this was the thing that happened. And what happened, like I just went through the solutions, I was went through the questions that was provided. And at last when I completed my 2 months, I was very happy to provide the solutions that was captured by me. And you can say I just provided my presentation to our MD of Saint-Gobain, that is NSV sir, Venkat S. Murugan sir. You can find them on LinkedIn also. He's a very reputed person. And we were five peoples, sorry, we were two people from our college and three people from different college who all presented the presentation to him and was very happy. And during those 2 months, we are having a regular interaction with our plant manager also. And that was a very important thing. Those people will give you their experience level insights to you. So these all things helped me during my internship, and these all things realized me ki, yeah, really I can work on a site. And I'm just happy that whatever I'm doing my internship, and that really helped me during for my interview at the core industries. And when I went for interview also, I just explained this thing to my interviews, and they were also happy. So at last, I want to say that whatever you will do during an internship, whatever projects you will be provided, just go to the depth level. And just go to the depth level, and so that whenever a second person who is not who doesn't know anything about those project or about that question should get to know 100% from you. Okay, so that's the thing. That's a very most important thing. You should be very curious and very specific about that, and that will obviously help you to grow a lot in your career for the industries you're aiming for.
How would you recommend students plan their preparation from second year onwards? And like, what are the common mistakes or misconceptions we observe among students who are preparing for core placements?
Okay, for course placement, first of all, I say that core placements actually requires time, efforts. Okay, so if you're in a second year, right, I would say that you are just a beginning level. You are not much aware about the chemical field. But if you are enthusiastic about the specific, want to go and grow your career in chemical fields, I would just say a simple thing: just focus on the subjects you are learning in your daily classes, core subjects specifically. Recently, I got to know that from a new education policy, the college has implemented to the students that they can take various courses from different branches. Okay, but for that specific thing, I just want to say that if you want to really go for a core industries, just don't neglect any of the core subject. Core subject are really important when you're going through when you want to grow your career in chemical industries, because those are the subjects that will build your foundation. Sorry, okay, that will build your foundation, that will help you to grow larger in your career. Okay, so that's the important thing. Second thing, I would say that if you want to build your resume in a specific and a very strong resume, you just went through different projects of your different projects that can be either from your professor, or any student chapter or your clubs, etc., etc. And the third thing is like search for a research internship during your second year. Okay, doing a research internship at a second year will help you a lot and will make you different from others who are not doing it. Okay, whether it can be research internship or whether it can be industrial internship, anything would be a better thing. And during your second year or third year also, during when you come to third year also, just focus on the subjects whatever you are learning through your classes. That is very important. And if you really enjoy that, obviously I would say that go and have a deep knowledge about that in your hostel rooms also. And and the second and the third thing is like you can search for the different softwares as you asked before, that whatever software that help us to that help as a process engineer or a whatever shift field engineer as a chemical industries, you can just go through that. So that's all you can do during an internship. And one more, during your whatever you want to grow your career in chemical industries. Okay, so that's all. If you like, you can read books related to heat transfer, mass transfer, that will really help you. And if you want to go if you want to apply for a PSUs, you can prepare for gate from your second year onwards. That will really help you a lot, because that will build your foundation of the core subjects that you're aiming for.
What strategies would you suggest in for identifying and securing off-campus opportunities in core sectors such as chemicals, energy, and manufacturing?
Okay, just being honest for that, I initially said it's a bit of difficult to get off-campus opportunities as compared to different sectors. Because what happens in chemical industries, like there are few openings that been given by the different companies, whether it is Reliance, whether it is Adani, whether it is Tata. So the strategy I would suggest that if you want to build your career, just focus on the subjects whatever you're learning, and the core placements that you will prepare for the fourth year, and just focus. First and important point is focus on the on-campus placements. And by chance, if you then don't get the on-campus placements, uh, just go through the several platforms like LinkedIn, Naukri.com, etc., etc. There will be specific openings from different core companies. Okay, so they will just release the openings. Okay, and you can prepare for gate and specific PSU examinations that is recently going, like for IOCL or BHEL, NRL, etc., etc. Okay, but I would suggest you that if you're aiming for a chemical core placement, chemical core industries for your future, right? Just please focus on the on-campus placements. But because what happens, like there are few opportunities, and it is very bit of difficult, and you can say at a bit of competitive when you go for the off-campus. There is a specific thing that get left is gate. You can prepare through gate also, but that also has some disadvantage right now is like what happens, what is it going through, like different PSUs are conducting their own examinations to get selected. Okay, so that happens. So I would say just be specific, clear about your subjects. Focus on campus placements as compared to off campus placement. But if you didn't get placement in on campus, don't be get disheartened. Prepare for a different examination. Obviously, uh, you will get good opportunity. I just want to add an example about this. There was two friends of my recent graduated who just graduated with me, didn't get on campus placement as compared to their desired. So they just applied for IOCL examination, and they went through it and they cleared through it. Okay, and they're currently working in IOCL. So I would say just get disheartened. Don't demotivate yourself. Just focus on your preparation. Whatever have happened in future will happen for your good. So that's all from my side.
What habits or routines help you stay consistent and motivated during your preparation phase and early professional life?
Okay, what habits? Really, I just honestly being answer to this question, I was very lazy person. Honestly, I've been very lazy person during my placement. I just like I was like, yeah, I have a thought यार कि यार हो जाएगा यार देख लेंगे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है कोशिश तो कर ही रहे हैं अरे आई जस्ट रिमाइंड ऑफ माई सेल्फ कि कोशिश करने वालों की हार नहीं होती है कुछ ना कुछ हो ही जाएगा यार जो होगा देखी जाएगी ओके सो during your college life there wasn't like much specific habits that I followed but I was being honest with myself कि जो भी मैं करूंगा whatever things I will learn I will just completely learn it okay I was being just stick to those things कि अगर मुझे कोई भी चीज सीखनी है चाहे वो क्लास में हो चाहे वो लैब्स में हो मैं उसको अच्छे से सीखूंगा एंड दैट रियली हेल्प मी अलॉट यू कैन कि व्हेन आई वाज गोइंग थ्रू सब्जेक्ट्स लाइक कोर सब्जेक्ट्स and when I used these applications in my labs I was very very enthusiastic some of my peers who wasn't interested to go in chemical industries was like भाई तुषार कर लेगा यार ठीक है इसको दे दो ये लैब्स कर लेगा हम छाप देंगे पूरा इसलिए so that happened with me but during those times was like आई वाज लाइक वेरी कि हाँ अगर मुझे इस इंडस्ट्री में जाना है तो मुझे इसका नॉलेज भी होना चाहिए एंड आई शुड बी अप्लाई कि कैसे अप्लाई करते हैं so one of my favorite lab was mass transfer operation lab that was taken by a professor Pradeep Chaudhary sir and really honest said like uh, I just did that lab very honestly and my readings and everything was very accurate those times because I was very enthusiastic and that thing get me a lot that was a thing that I followed whatever I'll do, whether it is for the learnings I'm going through, whether it is for the extracurricular, whatever I'm just applying for, just be honest for that, and I will just do it properly as best possible from my way, okay, myself. Okay. Other than that, I didn't did much specific things. I was a very lazy person. ठीक है? And you can say a bit of happy and you can say a bit of less you can say like ज्यादा टेंशन नहीं लेता था इसलिए ठीक है जितना भी करूंगा अच्छा हो जाएगा नहीं होगा देखी जाएगी इसलिए बट हाँ जो भी करूंगा अच्छे से करूंगा इसलिए एंड आई वुड सजेस्ट दैट कि it is your college life during your 4 years you should also enjoy that but yeah placements are the important part of our life you should focus on that also but you should also enjoy the college life just do the minimum bare like minimum or you can say ki, the things that are required apart from that enjoy college life with your friends also that is an important thing you can say and that will relax you and it will give you a like memorable things after you graduate from your college so that's the thing
Thank you so much, Tushar, for sharing all your experiences and your journey. So I think we'll be wrapping up this stream. And if
okay
anyone has any questions, they can go to you. For now, they don't have any questions or doubts. So we'll be ending the stream. Thank you.
okay thank you Nanya. Thanks a lot